Ladies, welcome to the Feminine Mystery. My name is Azalea Dawn, and on my channel I talk about leveling up hypergamy, femininity, elegance, and everything you need to attract the right masculine provider for you. So if any of that sounds interesting, then please check out the rest of the videos on my channel and subscribe if you like it. Today's video is all about protecting your relationship and how not to let prying eyes ruin what you have. Now, I wanted to talk about this topic, because it's one thing to get into a hypergamous relationship. It's one thing to upgrade, to elevate, to lift yourself up, and to get into a relationship with a good guy. It's just not, the kind of thing that is this perpetual struggle. A lot of people are able to do this successfully. But what can be difficult, right, is once you get into that relationship, to keep that relationship going. A lot of times, men are really easy to please, right? They're very decisive. They know what they like. By the time they've identified you, they want to be in a relationship with you. They're not indecisive. They're sure. They're ready to commit, and they want to go forward with things the way that they are. That said, it's other people in your life, those outside forces, people outside of your relationship, that can start to become the problem, especially when you're dating a high value man, a high value partner, somebody who really has the ability to really transform your life. So that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit here. I wanted to give you some helpful tips and pointers and things to think about the next time that you're in a relationship that's really good, to make sure that you stay in that relationship. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, the first point that I want to make is that there is a difference between secret and private. So when you have a relationship that is secret, that is a very particular thing, right? Maybe you are, feeling a little bit ashamed or embarrassed about the person that you're with. Maybe there's something going on in that relationship that you're not proud of, right? When you are hiding something because you don't want other people to know about it in any way, shape, or form, that is not a good sign, right? I think that is a very particular thing that is indicative of a bigger issue. But the thing is that there's a big difference between something that is a secret and something that is private, right? You want to think about something that is a secret, like something that you've done that is wrong, and you're trying to conceal that thing. So you're lying and denying, you're hiding things, and you are trying to basically cover up the truth of the situation. But when you have something that is private, like let's say that you are working somewhere, right? The topic of your intimate life, your sex life, that is a private topic. There's nothing wrong with the fact that you're, having physical intimacy, let's say. There's nothing wrong with that. You're an adult. That is perfectly appropriate for you to do. That said, it's not those people's business. It's not your coworker's business what you're doing in the bedroom. It's just not in any way, shape, or form a lane that they should be in. That is something that is private. It's not a secret. You're not trying to hide it. It is private, as in you have boundaries up around that thing and that topic. And I would really advocate for you taking this energy to how it is that you start to discuss your relationships with other people, because a lot of times with groups of women in particular, I'm somebody, I definitely do believe in having female friends. I feel like having female friends in my life in particular has really, improved things, and I am very happy that I'm able to enjoy both a marriage in a traditional sense and having a lot of friendships in addition to that. I definitely recommend it. That said, one thing that I definitely do not do is sit around in circles and man bash. I don't complain about my husband to other people. I don't really talk about my husband to my friends. If they were, on this channel or something, they would know that I will literally be in a relationship and barely say anything about my husband whatsoever. I will not, talk about it. If there is an issue that we're going through, he's not putting the remote away in the right place, or he, is like leaving his socks on the floor, I'm not going to take that and start like complaining about that to some other person. What happens in my relationship from my perspective is very like A to B. Like I don't sit here and take it to some third party, some third person like around me, because at the end of the day, when you have something that other people want, a lot of times like they're going to take that thing and really like twist it, distort it, and make it something that it's not. So I really do believe in like, if you want to have a situation that is lasting, and putting up some boundaries around it and just considering that topic private, right? It doesn't mean that you have to keep it a secret. It doesn't mean that you need to have been married for 5 years and nobody even knows, like you're not wearing a wedding ring. You are, just like hiding this person in your life. I think that's a little, bizarre. But as far as, just like drawing clear boundaries and saying that this part of, my life is private, that's between me and my husband, I think that that's very healthy. Now, this brings me into my second point here, which is that the evil eye is very much real. A lot of people, they are not happy for you the way that you might like them to be happy for you. They see you doing well and they are not happy about it. They want what you have, which is first and foremost not a good thing. I think that there is such a thing as like healthy jealousy. I don't think that jealousy is fundamentally bad, right? When you see something and you're jealous of that, like you're jealous of that person, right? That really points you into a direction that can be very positive. It lets you know what you truly want in life. So I think that jealousy in that way can be very healthy. But I do think that there's a difference between jealousy and envy, right? When you want what somebody else has at the expense of that person's happiness, right? When you want to take something from them so that they can't have it, right? I think that that's when, it just becomes very toxic, very negative, very, bad. And a lot of people, unfortunately, they just exist on this wavelength. So they see you, in whatever car you're driving, a Mercedes, a Porsche, a Bentley, whatever you like. And they are just, mad about it. Not because like, they're like, oh, I want that car. I wish I had that car. I wish I had a BMW. I wish I had a Porsche, whatever. And no, I'm not going to be saying Porsche. You can get over it. But it's not enough for them to just be like, oh, I wish I had that car that you drive. You're so lucky. Oh my gosh. Right. I think that can be, like a great thing for people to have aspirations in life. But they want what you have in a literal sense. They want to steal your car. They are plotting against you. They are working against you in the shadows. That is what I mean when I say that the evil eye is real. And you would never expect half the people who really feel that way about you. A lot of times people who aren't nice, right? Like they're not like sugary sweet, like nice people. Like they turn out to be very kind people. They don't, like hold grudges. They don't tear other people down. They don't, like plot against other people. They are just very sincere people who wear how they feel on their sleeve, and they don't feel the need to be sugary nice to you. But a lot of times these people who are super nice, like they are the people who, like they're trying to hide something basically. They're trying to hide how they really feel. So they're being over the top nice to other people. They're being, oh yeah, hi, like hello, please, thank you. Oh my gosh, that's so this, that, and the third. And like the entire time, like really the way that they feel about you is very, very negative. I think that this is a lot of the energy that's in places like LA, like Beverly Hills, and I think that's why so many people complain about it. But just know that the evil eye is very much real, and you want to make sure that you're not sharing too much of what's going on positively for you, because a lot of people are just not happy for you. Now, wrapping up the evil eye, this brings me into my next point. Do they really want to help you, or do they just want to know more about you? Do they just want to know more about your situation? And this is a huge distinction, because when it comes to protecting your relationship, a big part of the work that you're going to have to do once you've really landed a good situation. You're in a relationship with somebody who is a masculine provider, who's doing all the right things, who is escalating your relationship to the level that you want as far as commitment, and he is doing everything that you require to provide for you and make you feel loved, make you feel safe, and really just make your life, full of surprise and delight, right? Once you have a man who is really doing all of this stuff for you, your challenge becomes keeping that safe from other people. And a lot of the times, like, people who are prying into your situation, maybe they see you, they see the car that you drive, they see that you are, I don't know, like at a med spa at 1 p.m. on a Tuesday, and then like you're hopping into a Mercedes and then you're like heading off to do like whatever else that you want to do for the day. Like, you don't have somewhere that you have to be, and they like raise their little eyebrow and they go, So like some people, like, yeah, they really are like, they start to get into your situation as soon as you express like a problem, and they act as though like they want to help you, right? They act as though like they are some sort of, this is going to be very controversial, but the fake empaths, right? Like, a lot of people will act as if like they really like feel for you and your situation in order to keep you talking about it. So let's say, for example, like you are in, a great relationship, but you're just having an off day, and you, for whatever reason, like you're having cramps, you're feeling very anxious, and you go to tell somebody about that. Okay, well, like what you have to differentiate is like, do they want to help you, or do they just want to have more information about you so that they can go and spread it around and make other people like seem like they can make it seem like, oh, your life isn't like really what you're saying it is. It's not what you're putting on Instagram. It's not what you are portraying to other people. It's really this, right? So a lot of times, like, let's say like you are just expressing like, yeah, you're having like a bit of anxiety. You're just feeling very anxious lately. You're getting a little upset. Like, you're just kind of like snapping at random things. Well, now this person is going to go off and like twist the situation around to make it seem as if like your husband or partner is like making you feel like unsafe in your home, right? Like, that's the kind of thing that people do. In like all honesty, it takes like, they are looking at you with like this evil eye, and therefore like they see something going on with you, and like they seize onto that problem. They get you to talk and tell them more, and then they take that information, they twist it, and they use it against you in the rumor mill. And you don't want to like help people do stuff like that. So when you are like telling somebody something, you're sharing, you're being vulnerable, you really have to be able to parse out, like, is this a person who is like trying to get more information, like they want to know more, or do they want to help you? Are they trying to see what they can do for you, how they can make you feel better, how they can, help participate like positively in your life? Are they trying to like give you advice like, hey, when I had anxiety, like this is something that helped me. Have you thought about trying like ashwagandha gummies or something like that? Versus like a person who's like, oh yeah, like how are you feeling lately? Are you still dealing with that? How has your partner been treating you? Has he been like, I don't know, like coming home and kind of like snapping at you a little bit lately? Are you feeling like he's just starting to like slam the door, or like whatever kind of like messy stuff? Like, if you know what I'm talking about, then you know. But I just wanted to like put you on to like what it is that's going on, so that you reconsider before you like start spilling a little too much of your business to people that you should not. Now, finally, I just wanted to say that some people view you as a stepping stone to their desire. Now, we're not going to get very specific with this, but like if you even watch like a lot of like these reality stars, some of them are very messy. They love to, like see like a relationship that's going positively and then try to like insert themselves into that. They're shopping for husbands basically from other people's husbands. A lot of people, like some people in the world, like they view you truly as their stepping stone. They want what you have, and once they see something is working for you, they're like, oh, okay, instead of like getting something similar to what you have, they want to take that from you. So you really have to be careful of people like that too. People who want to get a little too close to your partner, get a little too close to your husband, get a little too close to, especially in the fiance stage. That is one of the reasons that you want to have a very short engagement, to be honest. Because again, I don't want you to be like cynical or paranoid or anything negative, but just, the truth is I have seen it. A lot of people will use that engagement period, like they feel like somehow like it's less bad to break up an engagement than it is to break up a marriage. So they see that as like their last call to get this guy, so that's what they'll try to do. Like they'll see like, oh, like this relationship went so well for you, I want that. And they'll try suddenly to get like very close to your fiance. It's really like that out here. So you really want to just like think about like what somebody's like motives are when they're trying to get close to you, and especially when they're trying to get close to your boyfriend, your partner, your fiance or husband, right? What is somebody doing that this is what they want to do? Why are they not willing to just respect your boundaries and respect the situation that is already happening here? If you see signs that somebody is a little too enthusiastic about getting close to maybe you as a couple when they are not a couple or anything like that, just, like let your antennas go up a little bit and understand that, maybe it's time to just put up a few more boundaries with this person, because not everybody's intentions are as positive as yours might be. Now, ladies, that's going to be it for me on this topic. Again, my name is Azalea Dawn, and this is The Feminine Mystery. If you're looking for tips on leveling up, attracting a masculine provider, becoming a part of the affluent social scene and all of that, then check out the rest of the videos on my channel. And with that, I will see you in my next video. Bye.